Alright. Let's get started. Oh, I have it set to swipe and not fade. Kind of like the fade one more. Okay. Well, we don't have people in yet, but I kind of like that. Because I personally think we're going to do... excuse me. So the plan today is to do some... Hold on, let me pull up OBS right here so I can see it. The plan is to do some mixing and mastering and some track arrangement, because we're going to have... We only have one track left to mix and master. And yeah. So we'll have to do some arranging at some point, but I want to get it done. I already know what I want to title it and do all of that. So, and it's a little boring, at least I think so. Other people seem to think it's fun. Man. Hold on. That's like, look at this. My son came in a few days ago from school and he brought me like this piece of broken glass and he handed it to me. And I was like, what is this? He's like, it's broken glass. And I was like, where'd you get it? It's like, I don't know. Great. Yeah. It's been chilling on my desk since then. So we'll open up Cubasis. Let's get started. This track was track 7. We're actually going to load up another one so we can rename it really quick, because we are going to... I already know what I'm going to call this one. I'm going to call it Gohan Desu Yo. This is going to be Gohan Desu Yo. Put that there. So I haven't done anything. What I've done is I've recorded what is on the OPZ into my iPad, track by track. Blackheart, it is good to see you. How are you, bro? Hold on, let me give a shout out to my boy Blackheart, who is a fantastic streamer in his own right. So one of the things we always do right off the bat is we put a limiter on to help handle some of those true peaks in the first output, or the first mix down, I should say. You're tired today. Why are you tired? You know, I'm not really feeling it today either, bro, so I totally get you on that. You've been busy today? You had a hard day at work? You know you're tired today? Take a listen to the music we're working with. It's gonna be fast and upbeat. Long day, about to pass out and do it again. Hey man, that's like, I totally feel you on that. Before we totally feel you on that. But here it's Friday. Yeah, I live in the future. Here it's Friday. It's daytime on Friday here, and after this stream, you know, my kid stayed home from school today. My kid isn't feeling well. He's in the other room right now. After this stream, I'm gonna try and get him to take a nap. He's 7. And then I'm actually going to go with a friend who is looking at a house that is for sale in my neighborhood. I hope they buy it because it's a huge house, and if they buy it, maybe we can move in and with them and have a little more space. So, because I can't buy it because I'm way too poor. So these are our chords. Very beautiful. Gonna do what we normally do. So we don't need any of this low end, so we'll throw a high pass filter on. I mean, really, we don't need anything under 100, I feel like. About there. Hydrate, thank you. You know, it is dry here. That's why I've been coughing so much. I'm happy to take a drink. You know, you're only the second person who has used any channel redemption points, by the way. Okay. So we did that. Now we need to... This doesn't really need a compressor. And if you listen, it's already... Well, you know what? Now what? Now what are you going to choose? Oh, eye contact. How long is that supposed to be? For like 30 seconds or a minute? Here we go. Hold on. Let's change it up a little bit. You want that eye contact? Here we go. I'll give you some 30 seconds. Okay, we'll start now. But so if you listen, there's already some reverb, there's already some delay, like a little bit of delay, a little bit of shimmer. I need to maybe throw on another reverb just to make it a little bit bigger. I don't know that I'm going to pan it or really do much else with this. It sounds really nice. I'm pretty happy with it. Other than that, maybe throw a couple reverbs on. I like to use Black Hole for stuff like this. I've not been counting, you know, I'm just going for as long as feels right. And you know, it still feels right. It feels like it's been a little while, but not that long. All right, there we go. Thank you for my poster. Yeah. My wife bought that for me when I started streaming. She bought it for me for my birthday, actually. Let's compress it because I just like to compress everything. Okay. So we're compressing it. I bought this new reverb. I talked about it before called... What is it called? Stratosphere Cloud Reverb. And I love it. Just adds like a really nice cloud blanket thing, and you can make it last really long, but we don't need that. You know what else might sound nice? I have a maybe this one. Lurking till it's easier to watch. Thank you for lurking, Ekimoshi. I appreciate it.
Oh, you want to do some ASMR? I don't even remember how long I said I would do this on there. But now that I have a better microphone, I think it's fine. Here, you know what I like in ASMR? I like it when people go like... Yeah, you like that.
We can do some whispering, or we can do some soft talking. I actually really like soft talking in ASMR personally. There's something so intimate about a whisper, you know, and people talking softly. You feel like you really know them. You feel like you're really close. You feel like you're really close with them.
I really like it, but I feel like it's easier to be a little more clear when you whisper
than as opposed to soft talking. Soft talking feels kind of gentle and kind of weird. Or can, you know, if you don't like it. Yeah. So this is the black hole reverb, and I like the dreamscape here. It's so beautiful. It's such a wide open reverb, but you know what? You know what would be nice here? I also have a shimmer reverb by Eventide called Shimmerverb. And I really like, they have this one preset called Mountains. And it's beautiful. Come on. So let's add a little of that shimmer. A little bit of shimmer. This is gonna turn into like the weirdest VOD. People are just gonna be like, what is happening? That sounds nice. With that little bit of delay. You hear that? Alright. It's about to get loud. In context? Alright, I think that's good enough. I think that was a while on there. Alright. Let's go ahead and EQ this bad boy. Which, again, you can already hear the reverb on it. So it doesn't need a lot. Okay. And again, we'll throw that on. And this is the one I want to use Black Hole on. And you can see here. Well, you know what? You actually can't really see it. Let me bring you in a little bit closer. How much closer is that? Yeah, you can see here. I'm barely putting any on. I actually wouldn't mind if it was a little bit warmer. Excuse me. Maybe turn this stratosphere cloud reverb down a bit. Come on, bring you up there, bring you down. Maybe just turn that one off, actually. Just use Black Hole. That sounds nice. Oh, very nice, man. That's exciting, Blackheart. You know, I've been going back and listening to it because I really liked making it. Here we go. I really enjoyed making it, so I'm glad that you like it. Those pan flutes, man, there's something special about them. Get a little movement. So if you're wearing headphones, maybe you can even hear that as it kind of goes from side to side. You can kind of see it here, track 6. You see how like one side goes up and then the other. All right, this sound. I like it. I like all of it. I'm going to use it all. An island track for your Underwater Stroll 2. Yeah, I've been thinking a little bit about Underwater Stroll 2. You know, another person other than you, Blackheart, suggested... Well, they didn't suggest, but her and I were talking, and she's like, you know, my favorite album by you is Underwater Stroll. And I was like, that's funny you say that. I actually know someone else who said the same thing. Who... That's their favorite album. And honestly, it might be one of mine. Like, it's really different than a lot of my other albums. I had a really different process back then. You know, that's one of the big points my wife was talking about with me. I brought up how hard it would be, like, you know, I've been looking into, like, those tracks again. And honestly, I've been kind of shocked at how creative I was looking at how some of that stuff was done. And one of the things that she said that I agree is I had a very different process then, you know, and now a few years later, I've really streamlined kind of like how I make music. And it's kind of turned into that Johnny Bailey sound that's happened from Lo-Fi Gravity onward. And, but I think part of it, the reason why Cave Paintings also sounds really different, well, is because of the same thing. You know, when I made Underwater Stroll, I was still really new to, my music making software. What about this one? No, you know what? I just kind of like it the way it is. I was really new to my music making software, and you know what? Let's make this wider. I just had this thought. And so I spent a lot of time kind of like looking through sounds, you know, and like trying to figure out what I liked the most. This is the one. I spent a lot of time kind of looking through sounds and figuring out what was the best sound. I like to shake things up and suggest weird things. Well, there is that, but like I, you know, I spent a lot more time choosing sounds. As opposed to like now, you know, often I know what sounds I want to use, or like sounds that I've already made, and use them to make music, or I create a new song. Oh, no worries, Eki. It's good to see you. I'm using Cubasis 3. It's on the iPad and the iPhone. It's a mobile version of the DAW workstation Cubase, which I have history using Cubase on like computers before I switched to making music on iOS. How does that balance sound? You're welcome. You're welcome. No worries. No worries. But you know, now, Blackheart, I have a much better like, or not necessarily much better, but I kind of know more of what I want to do. You are very welcome, Eki, and take your time. No worries, I'm gonna be here for a minute. But yeah, I kind of know what I want to do with stuff, you know? So, like, I spend less time kind of browsing sounds. And I did that more for cave paintings, and that's kind of why I think it is a little more similar to Underwater Stroll. Alright, let's do bass. I do mostly the same thing for bass that I do. This is that getting into a rut thing that we talk about that you shouldn't get into. That sounds nice. We don't really need to compress it because it's already pretty freaking compressed. Man, I knew what I wanted to do here. Oh, right. Right, I was like, I knew what I wanted, and now I have no idea. Let's give it a little bite. And then I usually do a very slight... And then I usually, and it's funny, I don't use this Pro R reverb. I just made a mistake. I don't use it as much as I would like to. I just don't care so much for it. Like, that sounds like it's not bad. But, like, yeah, I just don't care a lot for it. But it works really well with giving a little reverb to the bass. Without it getting really boomy. If that makes sense. That sounds fine. And that's really loud. So, contextually, right about here. And we're gonna bring that bass way down. I'm still trying to come up with a music suggestion for an intro, something I can go to. Some say I want it to sound like this. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I don't know how much I can talk about this because I don't know if they watch my VODs on YouTube, but please do think about it, because I got another commission from someone I actually know personally, and they didn't really give me any feedback on like what they wanted it to sound like. They gave me a little bit, but like it's a married couple and they gave me very different references. So I kind of went with one of them and they didn't like it and they said it didn't fit, which is totally fine. But it's like when you give an artist free reign, you know, I already spent like a few hours working on it and came up with something and worked really hard on it. And then they're just like, oh, we don't like that. And I was like, okay, well, what do you want then? And they were kind of like, oh, it can be anything. Like it can be any style, just something different. And I'm just like, I told them to get a little more, to get a reference. So that it's like, you know, that doesn't bother me, but like I would like to know what it is you're looking for so that I can, like, I have a target to aim at, right? And it's really changed how I plan on doing commissions in the future and just being a lot more clear and upfront with people. Because I don't want it to affect our relationship and all, but man, freaking, like, to spend all that time on something and then for them to just be like, no, like, and then you ask why they don't like it or what do they want you to change, and they don't really know what they want you to change. Like, that's kind of frustrating. And Blackheart, you did great. You gave me very, very clear direction, and I listened to it, and I even took artistic license, fully expecting for you to maybe tell me not to later, that you would have liked something else. And you gave me very good feedback, and you were very easy to work with, Blackheart. No, you did great. You and Night Fury are my standard, because you guys gave me very clear direction and something to work with, but also let me kind of bring my own vision to it at the same time. So take your time, think about what you want for your intro song, and I would be happy to make one for you. Does this bass sound balanced to you guys? I'm not even listening to this music. Oh, getting a little crumble there. Yeah, the bass sounds fine. Okay, so now the faster part, we'll do the kick drum, and all I did for the kick drum in the past was to freaking give it a bunch more bite. Honestly, that's kind of where I'm at with all of it. None of it needs to be compressed. I just want it to hit hard. And I brought this up in the last stream. Just a little tip for anyone who's watching who's into music production. Always make your snares louder than your hi-hats. It's something that no one really talks about, but like I definitely learned that. Yeah, Blackheart, that makes sense. Like, wanting something that is unique, but also kind of derivative of something that you love is a little difficult. For sure. And then also, you know, kind of deciding the vibe you want. Because, like, the closing song that I made for you has a very closing song vibe. It's like kind of, it's more to bring people down, right? And like that's probably not something you want for an intro, right? Depending on how long you want your intro too. Like I'm using just one of my tracks that's like 4 minutes because sometimes I need it to be long. Okay, this sounds right to me. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna deal with like the nature of like the hard come-ins. Night Fury. Fancy meeting you here. It's good to see you. Night Fury, Tony. I was just talking about you. I was just talking about how you and Blackheart are like my standard for commissions because of how great you guys were. And so shout out for Tony. I did a commission for him and he's awesome. He's also a streamer, and if he streams a lot of Ark, but also I've seen him stream Phasmophobia and he's a great streamer. Definitely check him out. Also, he's really great at recommending other channels. Every person that he's recommended to me has been awesome. So if you ever feel like you need more people to watch, he definitely knows somebody that deserves it. You know, I don't know that we're gonna fade in anything. You know, I might fade in this bass over the course of one measure because like that hard bass come in is a little difficult. And no, it needs to come in. Whoops. There we go. No, it needs to come in hard. Whoa. Oh, he's streaming tonight. Perfect. I will make sure to come and check it out. All right, and so what we're gonna do, and I don't usually do this on on this part of the process. I usually do it at a different part of the process, but I found doing fade outs at like this mixing part instead of the mastering or like the exporting part is just way better. You guys, like it just sounds nice. It makes it way less cut-offy feeling. So we'll go in from that come in. I will definitely check it out, Fury. Guys, that sounds beautiful. Okay. Okay, so this part is done. We are done. I mean, we're never really done because I can always go back and fix it. So we have the mix. We have everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a mix down now. And remember that this track is called Gohan Desu Yo, which isn't a jam. And I'm going to write because that stands for unmastered. Gohan Desu Yo isn't a jam. It's actually a seaweed paste that they sell here in Japan. Apparently it's sweet, and they mix it with rice, and like kids eat it. But when I told some Japanese friends about my plan for this album, Jamuary album, jams, jam collection, right now we have blueberry, honey lemon, and now Gohan Desu Yo. They suggested, they were like, oh, you should name one Gohan Desu Yo. And I was kind of like, okay. Crap. What speed is that? 120. Gotcha. Okay. 120 beats a minute, guys. It's important to remember what speed your songs are at, and I am really bad about it. I can like literally look at it, and then it's just gone. Gohan Desu Yo, unmastered. All right. It is about 53 measures long. We'll just trim that. All of this extra is actually reverb effect tail, which I usually trim off the end of stuff. Okay, let's look. So this is what I was doing on my last one, so we can get rid of that. And let's see, is there any boost on it? There is. Let's get rid of that. So now we are mastering, and basically in my mastering page, I have a bunch of stuff already loaded in. Jamulea. I have a bunch of stuff loaded in for mastering. Just different plugins that I always use. One of them being a compressor. And now we are just gonna listen. See if we have any anything that needs to be changed. Already I feel like the highs can be trimmed, the really high frequencies, that hi-hat sound. Dude, this is loud. It's already at the loudness that I would normally try and master it to. It's already higher than 14. But you know, Night Fury, the other ones aren't named yet. There's one that I want to name Strawberry, but other than that, they don't have names. I like how hard the bass is hitting. It's really got a good kick, which is this section here. I just feel like this is just a little high, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cue it a little bit and bring it down. Honestly, I don't even really want it to be like permanent. I just want it to be when it seems too loud. So this is a dynamic EQ that kind of turns it down when it passes a certain point. And that's it already, jeez. Yeah, I feel like when it passes up this, it should be compressed. That is already much better. All right. How much did it turn out to be? Like 14.1, geez. So this sounds great. This is basically done. Okay, so mix down. We're gonna call it Gohan Desu Yo, which by the way just means it's rice or like it's food. Kind of weird. Excuse me. So I can delete the unmasked. I just deleted it. Hold on. Restore that. Where is it? Okay. I can delete that version and we're just going to do this again. Gohan Desu Yo. We can delete the unmastered version because we don't really need it for anything. Gohan Desu Yo. And then what we do is we're going to share it to another app called Audio Share. Let's bring you back in a little tighter so you can see. So you can see the transient here. I like to use Audio Share for trimming. So what I like to do is I like to trim here because the trimming controls are super easy on here. So we're going to do a fade out of half a second. And we'll put it right there at the end, which is at the end of a reverb tail. Perfect. Perfect. So Gohan Desu Yo, and now it's called Gohan Desu Yo Trim, so we have to rename it. I have to always write these track names a lot. Gohan Desu Yo. All right, guys. This one's done. So for Jam Collection Volume 1, we've done 3 of the 10 songs. That's pretty crazy considering that we've only streamed 3 times. I was planning for this 10-song album to take me all of February to finish, and the thing is that part of it we've already done, right? We've already made the music for it, so yeah, I really love how hard that hits. Part of why I feel like it works is because it hits hard, but it like fades out really quickly. So it's not like overpowering in the bass section. Yeah, this turned out great. And let's hear how this fade sounds. Beautiful. All right, guys, it sounds good. So you know what that means. It is now time for us to go to the OPZ. It's about 40 minutes in. You know, I really took my time on that one. 40 minutes is enough time for us to arrange a song on the OPZ. Why is this not working? Do you have battery? You have battery. Excuse me. Oh, now it's connected. Perfect. Yeah. Stares coldly at Honey Lemon. You know, Pyro, we did agree. We agreed to call it Honey Lemon back in the day. And, you know, it's my fault. It really is. It's my fault. I forgot. Okay, I need to freaking rearrange some stuff here. I need this to be somewhere I can see it. So we're going to move you over there. Going to move my keyboard over here. Put this over here. You guys can see a little bit of my computer. It's good to see you, Pyro. Welcome in. We don't need to have a bad attitude. We're all happy. We're all happy. You know, it's funny because What is this? Oh, you know what? I made this drum beat for commission. What do you guys think? Pretty normal for the kind of drum beats I make nowadays. Okay. I can delete that because that commission didn't go very well. I wanted to talk about being creative. Being a creative. Okay, we're gonna do a quick poll for anyone who's still in here. What should we work on? We've got 5. I want you guys to be able to see. So we have 5. We have 6. Oh, I want to work on 6. Nope, no, maybe not, Fury, maybe not. We have 8. This is a very classic Johnny Bailey sound for a song. Okay, so we have 6, we have 8. What do we have? We had 5. Ugh, I'm not excited about 5. We have 9. This is probably the most different. Why did we make this? All right, we have 0. Which I don't really like either. But it sounds nice when you do this. I have to remind myself. And then we have 1. We're saving 2 because 2 is my favorite. We're gonna save it for a rainy day. So, any suggestions? If no one suggests anything, I will go with Fury and we'll do number 6. I'll give it a second. So does 0. Interesting. 0 is like the youngest. 0 is the baby of the family, Pyro. But 6 would be fun. Right. I also know the name for 6. I plan on calling 6 Mango. Happy with either. Well, I'm definitely going to enjoy doing 6, so let's do 0. Because I'm that kind of person that, like, I eat all of the food I don't like first so that I can eat the food I do like at the end. I'm that kind, like, you know, I'm that person. Oh, that's kind of nice. Oh, 0. 0, not 1. 0. Oh, I hate this one. I hate this one. I hate this one. Let's do it. Let's do it because I hate it and we need to get it out of here. So I stop hating on it. Okay. What is this one? Oh yeah. I did a halftime beat too to try and save it. I think it sounds nice when I do this. Okay, yeah, we need to freaking get this trash out of here. Okay, 1, 2. So we've got a halftime beat as the second one that we're saving over here, and then the first one that's normal. First thing we're gonna do is we want to figure out how we want to start the song. So let's hear what everything is. What are even the chords? That's it. Well, this almost sounds fun, right? Except that's like not fast enough. That would be kind of cute as an opening. So we open with this. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, maybe I don't hate this song anymore. Okay, so what we're gonna do... Strawberries with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Fun fact, never seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Okay, so we're gonna drop the kick track. We're gonna drop the snare track. We're dropping the bass track. Yeah, get rid of the bass track. We don't need it. Dropping the melody track and this track. And then in this next one, we are bringing in the melody track for sure. Not the bass, not yet. And we'll bring in the snare on the next one. And then on the next one, we'll bring in the low sounding instruments, okay? So let's, yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We have snare. Then number 4, we're bringing in bass and kick. None of these yet. Come on. Get out of there. So problem, huge problem, you guys, is that this is a fantastic machine, okay? Huge problem. Fantastic machine. The build quality of this, not fantastic. This is plastic. These buttons like double trigger. Sometimes, like you push it one time and it triggers multiple times. You know, some like my track button here has gotten so much use, it doesn't always register that it's being used, which is a huge problem because honestly, when this thing dies, I'm going to buy another one. And I really wish that Teenage Engineering would freaking get on top of it and release it made better. Like, hold on. Because, like, freaking, you know, I have an OP1, which is their, like, premium synth that they sell, right? It's worth twice as much as this thing is. This thing cost me a pretty penny. It's made of metal. Listen. Like, this thing is it's surprisingly heavy. It's hefty. And it's built like a tank. I know for a fact that this thing is going to last me forever. This thing I've had for a few years now, and I don't know how long I can make it go. Anyway, so, all of that to say, get on it, Teenage Engineering. So this is our intro. I feel like I start a lot of tracks like this, though. You know, Pyro, maybe this could be Boysenberry. What do you think? We'll see how many berries you've stuck together here and find out. Yeah. You know what I want to do? I want to change this beat. Stop. It's this one. 204 on the floor. That would be better. And then I will change you 204 on the floor. And I think I do it here too. 4 on the floor. And I also want to change this drum beat. The snare here from... And we'll skip these every 2. Nope, every 4. So we're going to skip these every 4 patterns. Boysenberry Perry's 4 and 1. Yeah, every 4. Okay, so I think there's snares on here. What does that even look like? Chord and the second one. Chord and 2. We're skipping you every 4. Chord and 2. We're skipping you every skipping you every 4. See what I'm talking about? It's freaking like, what is this? What are you? You're 1. Are you guys still? Yeah. And then here, chord and 2. We're skipping you every 4. So now it should sound a little better. Like a little more movement in it, which is kind of a word that I don't I don't know if that makes sense to non-music producers, but when you're making electronic music, it's really easy to fall into, and honestly, a lot of my music does fall into this thing that it sounds like a loop. Like it sounds like a loop without much changing in it. And so what you do is you just, because that's what it is. For me anyway, a lot of times that's what it is because of the way I make music. And so what you try and do is you try and spoof movement to make it not feel that way. Like I could keep going, but it just turns into a lot of work. What is the mix on this? Okay. And again, we're only like halfway through this song, you guys. We've only arranged about half of it. And we'll do the pretty classic. We'll do this part twice. Oh. Wait. So this will be the next one after it does its normal. And actually what I kind of want to do that, and then for this one what I want to do is go into nothing and go into that long, so it'll sound kind of like this is what I'm hoping to do. This sounds a little like Gohan Desyo, and so it'll be I have to make sure to place them far apart. Whoa. I have to make sure I place them far apart so that it doesn't sound like you don't know what song is playing. This is another 120. Okay, and this is where this second beat comes in. This, and so maybe we'll do another one of these, and maybe this. Would this sound nice? And then we'll do, you know what? Maybe we'll do it with this random, and then we'll do it just with like this. And then we'll do that echo again, and we'll come back to this regular one. See, I'm not even listening to it now because I kind of know what I'm thinking here. And then we'll come back to, we'll go from this to this. Oh, you know what would be fun? How does this sound? Oh, what a great way to do that. Freaking A, man, sometimes I'm smart, you guys. Sometimes I'm smart. So here's why sometimes I'm smart. So this is the random key for the melodies. So when you play it, this thing knows what key we're in. It knows we're in the key of G major because of everything inputted into it. And that's why these random keys and such, it can randomize stuff, and it randomizes it within the key you're working with, right? Problem being, if you start from the beginning of the chord change, it can sound like this. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's really not. Right? So what you do is but if you do it after the chord starts, when you have an arpeggiator, because everything else is holding it down, the arpeggiator will randomize, which is really pretty. So I've set it to random after the chord starts. You can kind of hear it. Okay, so we're going to do that in a lot of these. Well, we're going to do it in the breakdown. And then in the new one, we will also do it. Why is it there? Apparently this first one it doesn't work well with, so I don't know why. And we're not going to spend time figuring it out. We'll just do it in these other ones. So here it's going to sound like this. Ooh. Maybe I'll do it over here only. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we'll dump you, and we will dump you also. And we should do one more of just normal. It's a little hard, though, to get into normal. Oh. So what is that transition going to sound like? From, oh, you know what? We can do something. So we can do like... Let's hear it. That sounds fine, but this didn't do what I thought it would do. Maybe that'll do it. Nope, that was a little weird. You can just go to this next one. But you know what? I actually want to do this halftime beat. And then we're going to go into a halftime beat with back to this. And we'll do kind of the same thing that we did. So it'll go like, nope. This track is actually going to be long. I'm kind of shocked, you guys. Like, cause I started this being like, I hate this track, and this may be one of the longer ones based on how we've been able to mess with it. And then this is the end. Thank you, Blackheart. Have a good night. And again, if you're in here and you do not follow Blackheart, please do. He is a wonderful human being. He's a good friend and he's a fantastic streamer. You will enjoy it. All right, guys, this is the track that we made. Let's time it. Boysenberry, you think so? I like that idea, calling this one Boysenberry. You start off hating it, but it turns out okay. I'm glad it means a lot, Blackheart, and I mean it every day. Have a good night, bro. Get some sleep. Get some rest. Man, that bass hits hard. Oh, Coco, you're in here. Thank you so much. I will happily drink something. I am thirsty. Oh, interesting. You know, Boysenberry, the only real exposure I have to Boysenberry is like the Boysenberry flavored syrup. I've never even tried the jam. I've tried Boysenberry syrup with pancakes. And it was okay. Yeah, I felt it was just okay. This turned out good. And yeah, this track is way longer than all the others. It's already at like 2.5 minutes. And we still have like 3 more patterns. Oh man, yeah, this is gonna be the longest one. Coco, I'm glad you like it. It's funny that you like it because when we started developing it, I was just like, I hate this beat. I hate it so much. But this is turning out nice. Oh my gosh, Pyro, it's 3 minutes long. It's 3 minutes long. We're almost done. It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That is by far the longest track so far. I'm going to make sure Strawberry is long. Do I ever create with a project in mind? That is a great question. I almost always create with a project in mind. So what we've been doing is a little bit different. I was participating in January, which is like Inktober for musicians. And so basically every day of January, you just have to come up with like a cool jam, which is pretty easy. And so at the end of it, Coco, we actually had like 10 pretty good beats that I was like, I could actually make these into songs. And I had this whole idea, and I'm going to release an album called Jam Collection Volume 1, and it'll have the 10 songs on it, and they will be all named after jams. So we have Honey Lemon, Blueberry. This is going to be Boysenberry. And I just finished another one earlier on stream that is called Gohan Desyo, which is like a seaweed paste that they use here in Japan. And so I'm splitting my time going back and forth between these things. But in general, I do my best to create with excuse me. I do my best to create with ideas in mind and projects in mind, because I'm the kind of person that or I'm the kind of creative that I do really well with limits. Most of the gear that I use has built-in limits. I mean, I even produce music on an iPad instead of on a laptop because I have built-in limits, and I have a really easy time being creative in that, as opposed to like if you have no limits, I'll feel like I don't know what to do or I don't know how to start. And so usually, like right now I'm working on an album and I kind of have an idea for another album after this, but sometimes I just make stuff just because, but I don't usually end up selling that. Sometimes I end up producing it further, but when I want to make music just to make music, I usually am just focused on having fun. But like making music for use to like go out on streaming services is a little bit different. If that is a very long-winded answer to a very simple question. And we're basically done, you guys. Basically done. Who should we raid with our people here? I could raid It's Tiffany. I don't think I've ever raided her. We raided Grave last time. Who's online? Tiffany's online. I met some guy today named Hey Tony, but he's got an 18 plus only stream. Mortuary Darling is online. I've not raided her before either. All right, guys, who should we raid? Should we raid It's Tiffany or should we raid Mortuary Darling? Do we have any votes here? Any suggestions? Mortuary? Yeah, I've never raided her before. Let me open her stream really quick. I have this habit now, Tony, of like happy to watch you fall back in love or in like, yeah, with a song that I hated. Yeah, believe it or not, there are songs that I make that I do not like, and I don't like to, people don't know it. So people are like, oh, obviously you love everything that you make. No, I don't. There's a lot of songs that I've made that I'm like, well, this is a filler. This is a filler song. Mortuary is playing Breath of the Wild. That's perfect because it's like chill vibes. Let me see here. I've been having issues with the raid. Oh, hold on. I have a buy screen. Yeah, this raid command hasn't been working for me. I'm gonna have to use I have to do the raid from my own chat. There we go. All right, let's go, guys. Thank you for watching.